What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another adventure. Today we are figuring out if we can cook some breakfast pastries using the campfire as our oven. Now I know a lot of different foods probably come to your mind when you hear breakfast pastries, so let's look at what I got on the menu for today. First, we've got some cinnamon rolls. We're gonna do cinnamon rolls on a stick in the cast iron and in some tin foil. We've also got some apple turnovers to make. For the apple turnover, I'll probably just kind of cook it over the fire or in the fire. And last but not least, we got some pigs and blankie. Now I know they're all Pillsbury, but I'm just seeing what works and seeing what's possible in a campfire, you know? All right, let's go ahead and get started on these cinnamon rolls first. I'm gonna set a couple in the cast iron. Cover this bad boy up with some foil. Gonna bake up though, so we'll leave it a little room at the top. Nice. For our second method, we're just gonna throw it right into the tin foil. Just kind of gave it a loose wrapping there since it'll still kind of bake upwards. And finally, the one I'm most excited for, we're gonna wrap the cinnamon roll around my little skewer, and then we'll cook it over the campfire and we'll see how it turns out. I think we ought to go ahead and try one out. Just gonna use this grate for this one. Not gonna set it directly over the fire, just kind of off to the side, and then we'll rotate it as time goes. And then for our tinfoil method, we got a pretty hot fire, so we're just gonna toss it over here to the side, and then we'll rotate it as time goes on. Just sitting it against the wall just like that. We're gonna go ahead and wrap our cinnamon roll around our skewer now. This is gonna get very messy, but I wanna try it out. I'm basically just gonna roll it up kind of how it was. Just kind of making like a little spiral towards the bottom. And there we have it. Gonna tuck this skewer right here. And then we'll rotate it every couple minutes. Also just give our cast iron a little turn. Oh, why did I think that was a good idea? Also give our other cinnamon roll a little flip there. Here's what the cinnamon roll on the stick is starting to look like. Getting a little burnt in some spots, but I won't lie to you guys, it smells so good. I'm gonna try to carefully cook it a little bit more as it's falling apart, as you can see. Oh no, it's already sliding down the stick. Definitely not the easiest method for cooking a cinnamon roll. While we've got our cinnamon rolls cooking, I think we go ahead and get our apple turnovers ready. For our apple turnover filling, I'm gonna go in with a tablespoon of butter. Get that all melted down. I'm gonna go ahead and get this apple sliced up as well. We're using Granny Smith for these turnovers. Just try to dice them up real little. I don't know about you guys. When I eat an apple turnover and apple pie, I don't really prefer to like have big chunks of apples in there. Like I don't really want a whole bunch of crunchy apples in my pie. Maybe some people can relate to that. Let's go check on these cinnamon rolls. So the cinnamon roll on a stick did not make it. RIP to that cinnamon roll. I left it sitting here and it just kind of caught on fire, to be honest with you. I don't think it was the best method to cook a cinnamon roll with. Ooh. Oh goodness. All right, let's take a look at this one. Let's check this one out. So we've got ourselves a nice burnt cinnamon roll. Oh wow. Yeah, that's not looking good. If I just pulled it a little bit earlier, it probably would have looked really good, to be honest with you. I went ahead and placed the little cast iron next to the coals. It really just wasn't cooking at all, sitting on top of them. So I'm just gonna keep a closer eye on it, make sure this one doesn't get burnt. But I think the cast iron one is actually gonna be successful. Now, while we wait for the result of the last cinnamon rolls, let's go ahead and get our filling for our apple turnovers finished. Got some brown sugar here. Not a whole bunch, just a little bit. Also got a little cinnamon to throw in there as well. And just a little salt on top. I think our mixture is looking pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in all the apple. I can't even tell you guys how good it smells. It smells insane. We're gonna let this cook a little bit longer, get nice and caramelized. Let's go check on the cinnamon rolls. All right, had to use some tinfoil as a little pot holder because it's so hot. But they're actually not looking bad. Still taking a little bit. They're getting kind of burnt on that side, so I kind of just need to make sure to rotate them. But I'm gonna wrap them up again, and we'll see how it looks. This side was burnt, so I'm gonna set it like right here. Not gonna lie to you guys, I'm getting really hungry. So if those cinnamon rolls don't work out, I'm gonna be pretty disappointed. Our apple filling is smelling incredible. I think it's safe to go ahead and get our dough sheet ready. I've never used one of these dough sheets before. You gotta be careful taking it out. Holy crap. Okay. All right, that piece is a little torn. Cut this out. Our apple mixture is nice and cool now. Gonna go ahead and spoon it on the here. Pour out the rest of this butter onto them too. Now I'm just gonna carefully spread them over. Try to secure the edges here the best that I can. Just make them a little more appealing to the eye. All right. Gonna get the first four ready. Gonna carefully place this bad boy in there. Give her another wrap. All right, so I actually wrapped this one up without putting any egg wash on it, but we'll keep it like that. We'll see how it turns out, and then we'll throw some egg wash on this other one, and hopefully that one turns out a little better. Just gonna spoon a little egg wash onto this one. Don't need a ton of it, just enough. Place her on my greased foil there. And a little more egg wash for the other side. Wrap this bad boy up. Let's go throw them in the fire. I feel like I've got like 2 tinfoil Christmas presents. First, actually, let's check on those cinnamon rolls. All right, they actually didn't turn out too terrible. They're starting to get burnt on the bottom and around the edges, so I'm gonna take them off. They don't feel too doughy or raw or anything. I'm gonna set them aside, get the apple turnovers in, then we'll try these bad boys. For the apple turnovers, I'm gonna use a little bit of a more direct heat approach with this one. I just wanna kinda gather some coals up and then set them on top of it or beside it so they cook evenly and well, you know? Kind of migrate our fire towards the corner. And I won't lie, I don't remember which one is egg wash and not, but we're gonna find out at the end for sure. I'll keep a very close eye on those, make sure I flip them a bunch, but let's get some icing on these cinnamon rolls. A lot of icing just for 2 cinnamon rolls. All right, so the icing was kind of frozen, so I'm just gonna hold it over the fire here, help it get melted a little bit. Give these bad boys a flip while we're at it. Oh yeah, we just need a little heat. Honestly, man, they don't look bad. They don't look bad. Honestly, put a little too much icing on them, but they look freaking good. Say we go ahead and indulge in a little bit of these cinnamon roll right here. Definitely a little burnt around the bottom and the edges, but cooked all the way through though. You can definitely make these out of the campfire. Just gotta be a little more careful with how you do it, you know? All right, now while the apple turnovers are finishing up, I'm gonna try one last item. We're gonna make a little pigs and blanket. I'm losing sunlight kind of fast, so I don't want to make a ton of these. I really just want to test and see if it works. Real simple with these bad boys though. Gonna cut these down the middle. Grab our little smokies. Roll them on up. Oh no! Alright guys, well I have terrible news. I think both the apple turnovers are burnt to burnt. It's like I can already smell them. I just know the disappointment's coming. That one doesn't look as bad, but man, I still burnt them pretty good. Ah, no. There's what the bottom looks like. We failed on that one. Honestly, this will probably work really, really well. I just folded and I didn't check on them. Got distracted. Just look at the other one though. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. I honestly think it would probably taste pretty good if it wasn't so burnt. But you already know, burnt as it is, we gotta try it. I think this corner right here is the least burnt I can find. If I didn't burn it black, it would have been delicious. Failure. Alrighty, well. That was quite disappointing. Just a little egg wash on our pigs and blankies. Hopefully this one goes better than the apple turnover. I flipped them a few times now. Let's go ahead and see how these pigs and blankie are looking. Oh, actually not bad. Yeah, these two for sure. Oh, definitely a little doughy. I guess I could throw them back in, but as dark as they are already, I feel like if I do throw them back in, they're probably just gonna burn even more. Honestly, not terrible though. These are definitely very, very doughy. Maybe if we were a little bit more indirect with the heat, Hard to get that perfect cook. Well, not bad for our first time, but I think we'll learn that using a campfire as our oven is not as easy as it sounds. I mean, look at that guy. Like, holy crap. That's insane. Like, what? That is insane. I definitely want to try this again with some other breakfast foods now that I have a little experience. Hopefully I do it better next time. Thanks for tuning in though, guys. Thanks for sticking with me through my failures. I got some cool videos planned for you guys soon. I'm excited for them. But until then and until next time, you guys already know, we'll have another adventure somewhere out here.